So, as long as I've been talking about accessories, talking about these cases on YouTube, I have never reviewed the Apple Clear case. And I was like, you know what? Let me try it. This was a case that I always never felt like was worth it. I feel like there was so many better options out there for it. And I bought it to compare it to another clear case, to do some clear case comparisons. And I was like, you know what? This case ain't even that bad. Yeah, it has a negative part, and I think a lot of you know what I'm talking about, but it ain't that bad. It might be one of my, I don't know. Let's just talk about it. All right. So here it is. This is going to be the Apple Clear case for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So, like I stated, I've had this case for a little bit of time now. It's been sitting here for maybe, man, for a few months. And I was like, I don't know if the people want to know about this case. I don't know if you want to hear about it. It may be too late to even talk about this case, but I was like, you know what? Why not? You guys always like when I talk about Apple cases. So here it is. This is going to be the Apple Clear case. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Let's see some of the characteristics that Apple may have sprinkled in there or they may have not sprinkled in there. So here it is, Apple Clear case. Now going alongside of it, it's going to be closed on all of your corners except, let's go ahead and jump out there and just talk about it. Achilles heel of this case, we got to talk about the open bottom, all right? AKA your booty is out, your butt is out, as we say on my channel. That's going to be a big problem from some of you. It may not bother you, but you got to point that out when it comes to any case. And I feel like Apple, do like you did the leather case. It used to be open, but then you closed it up. Do the same thing for this clear case, because if you close this clear case, the bottom up, I feel like it'll change the whole dynamic of this case, all right? You're going to get your raised volume up and down buttons. You're going to get the huge white MagSafe ring, and that's another thing when it comes to MagSafe cases. Now, Apple, you already know the exact color codes, the color palette of your iPhones. How about you just make all of the clear cases, but with the actual MagSafe, the same color of the phone, so it kind of blends in a little bit. Now, we know it's not going to be identical. It's not going to disappear, but it's an option that I feel like a lot of people would like. I mean, you already know the exact color of your phones. That's half the battle. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. Now let's go ahead and grab the weight. I almost forgot. I always forgetting to weigh these cases, and you always remind me when I don't weigh them. Make sure you weigh the case. When it comes to the Apple Clear case, you're going to be looking at 34 grams. So not too bad, not too heavy, but I wouldn't expect it to be that heavy when you're talking about a clear case. So let's go ahead and slap this on. Actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and talk about it, because I know you're going to say in the comments, does this clear case yellow? So here's the thing. This is going to be a hard plastic case. You're talking about a very rigid case. This is not flimsy TPU. When you're searching for a clear case, when you're shopping for a clear case that's not going to yellow, this is the type of material that you want to order, because this, from my experience, now some of you out there, hit the comment section down below. If you've been an avid Apple Clear case owner, do these yellow over time? I don't think they do, because of the material that they are made of, all right? When you're talking about clear cases out there, this is the material that you're looking for, not flimsy TPU, because when you get that TPU material, 9 times out of 10 it's going to yellow. So just a little bit of a tidbit when we're talking about clear caseology, if you want to say that. Not the brand caseology, but you know what I'm saying. A little play on words, I guess. But let's go ahead and take a look at the actual case itself. So on that top side, you already know it is going to be closed, nothing there. On that right side, nothing there, of course. You're going to get your volume button. Now, when the buttons on this case, I feel like they're okay. They're not bad, but I feel like they do have a little bit mush to them, to where I feel like all the other Apple cases, the silicone case and the leather case, they have a bit more pronounced tactility. I'm using all the words today. When you were talking about the buttons, it's not bad, but it does have a little bit of mush to it. Coming along the bottom, you can see, like I said, your butt is out. The bottom is out. But one thing to take a note of, and this is the thing that you look for when you have cases with the bottom out. Right here, you can see it does have a little bitty, like a ledge right here that kind of protects the bottom a little bit. Now, if your phone falls perfect, I'm not saying every single time, I'm not saying Apple is touting this to be a heavy duty protection case, but if your phone falls, you have a better chance of it being a little bit protected, because this bottom lip is not flush with the bottom of the phone. It's going to protrude out just a little bit to give you a tiny lip of protection. But like I said, that's best case scenario when you drop your phone. But if you had to have an open bottom phone, make sure you look look for that little ledge, because that little thing right there makes all of the difference. Because I've used cases before in the past, and they had that little ledge, and when I've dropped them, it's actually been like, I don't see any damage, because this little lip right here took all of the damage. But once again, that's a best case scenario situation. Now over there on that left side, volume up and down, once again, they're tactile, a little bit hard to press. Would like to see them cleaned up just a little bit. And when it comes to the mute toggle switch, Apple, I don't get it. In some case manufacturers, I don't know, why does the mute toggle switch have to be so tight and so small in there? I know some of y'all, man. Y'all know how y'all dice me up in the comment section when I say stuff like that. But the mute toggle on this thing is just too small. You really got to get your finger in there and manipulate that switch. You got to get it in there, man. But it's not bad. I mean, but I would like to see it to be a little bit bigger. Stop making the mute toggle switches so small. And then when it comes to the back, you do get your little camera lip. All right, you don't get a little bit of a lip. That's the standard protocol when it comes to the 14 Pro Max with these big cameras. And yes, it does rock on the table. It is what it is when it comes to that. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at that lay on the table protection. Now, even with this case being a very minimal, no heavy duty type protection, it doesn't even have any shock absorption on the corners. It does have a little lip that goes around it. All right, it's actually one of the better lips on a case from Apple. Better than the silicone, better than the leather case. It actually has a little bit of lip that goes all the way around it, so I'm not mad at this. It's good for when you're talking about setting it down on the table. Notice I didn't say drop. Setting it down on the table, because this is a thin type protection. I don't know what the drop protection is looking like on this, man. So just be careful when it comes to this case, because this is a thinner style case. Now, when it comes to the fit of the clear case on here, I'm a little bit more critical on Apple cases, because they're trying to charge all this money for these cases. This is a $50 case. The fit better be on point. And when it comes to this, I cannot honestly say the fit is on point with this Apple Clear case. You're not going to get any budges at all when it comes around the case. It's going to be it's going to be a very snug fitting case, and it doesn't require a lot to take it off. You can just kind of pry it off like this, and it pops right off. So don't get that mistaken for this having a bad fit. It doesn't have a bad fit. I think it has an amazing fit, and I was really surprised at the clear case when I got it. So it has a good fit despite the bottom being out right there. Now, I know a lot of people are going to ask, yo, T, does it scratch your stainless steel sides? In my opinion, I haven't had many cases that scratch the stainless steel sides. I've seen some reviews of these cases, some people asking that comment in the comment section, and everybody said, no, I think you should be fine. I don't think Apple will make a case that's so tight on it that it actually scratches it. I think you're good when it comes to the stainless steel sides. And how does it feel in your hand? In my opinion, this thing feels very slippery. It's like more slippery than the average clear case for some reason. It's like they put a coat of lacquer on this thing. It is slick. It has your clear case characteristics. I mean, just look at those fingerprints. So it ain't no anti-fingerprint, all right? I don't even know if it's anti-scratch, but this thing is going to be riddled with fingerprints, but it is what it is. I mean, you use your hand with your fingers, so therefore you're going to get fingerprints. So the fingerprint thing, I've never really been like a stickler about. It isn't really that big of a deal to me personally. I think you'll be perfectly fine when it comes to this case. Yeah, it does have fingerprints. But the one thing I do like about this case is how thin the case remains while on the phone. Because when you think about clear cases, especially clear cases that are made out of this harder material, aka your Casetify clear case, your Rhino Shield clear case, your mouse clear case, all of those cases have very good drop protection. They have very good protection on the protection side, but they're thicker. So some people out there are boasting clear cases, but they're thick. That's the thing I love about the Apple clear case, that it keeps things very thin, and you can show off the color of your iPhone at the same time. So that's one thing I like about this clear case. It has that hard plastic material that really shouldn't yellow over time, but it's keeping everything very thin and minimal on the phone, and that I really can appreciate. All right, now let's go ahead and test out your MagSafe strength. Now, you know, when it comes to Apple cases, the MagSafe strength isn't going to win any awards. All right, it's not going to win anything crazy, and that's the same thing when it comes to this clear case. It's not even going to try to pick up this base, which I didn't expect it to. So when you're talking about MagSafe, we're talking very middle ground MagSafe. We're talking about a 5. We're talking about a 6. But Apple was just going to make sure that it's just strong enough to make sure that it works with all of their MagSafe accessories. Just like I said, you can slap the Apple MagSafe battery pack. It's going to work. It's going to work just fine right here. And with the actual wallet, the wallet is going to be just fine as well. Yeah, it could be stronger. And we've seen cases with stronger MagSafe hold these accessories on just a little bit better. Now, should you buy the Apple Clear case sitting at $50? And in my opinion, Most would automatically say no, but I'm gonna say it really depends because I really like what the case has going on because it's the right material and it's the right size. When I mean size, I'm talking about slim, very compact on the 14 Pro Max. Those things are really good because a lot of clear cases bring a lot of bulk when it comes to the right materials. But for 50 bucks and that bottom being out, that's really a hard sell in my opinion. Apple, if you're looking at this video, we know you're not, but just in case somebody may stumble on this on the homepage, some things to clear this Apple Clear case up. First of all, close this up. Now, I'm pretty sure you've had enough flack about the leather cases. You've closed the leather case up, and it makes it one of the better leather cases on the market. Now, since the bottom is closed. With the clear case, I think you should go the exact same route. Close that bottom up and also give us some options. Let's switch it up a little bit, Apple. You're giving us all the options when it comes to the silicone and the leather cases when it comes to color. Make the rings the exact same color as the iPhone, and I think that makes just a slight bit of difference in quality when it comes to your clear cases standing out, standing out of the pack from all of the other clear cases. So when it comes to the you should buy, I feel like it's a 50-50. Yes, the price is high, but it's the right material. It's the right thinness. The fit is absolutely perfect, but your bottom is going to be out if that bothers you. So it really just depends. If you want to go out there and spend 50 on it, you're going to have a guaranteed good clear case, then go with it. If you want to spend a little bit more and get that bottom protection, get a little bit more drop protection, but sacrifice a little bit more thickness, you'll get a little bit more MagSafe strength. There are a lot of clear case options out there on the market. So I'll drop the links to all of these down below for whatever iPhone 14 that you have. I'll be sure to leave the links down there. But if you want to take a look at the overall best clear cases for the iPhone 14 Pro Max, I'll be sure to pop that video above.